Basta kay Sir Rojan, ibang klase. Let's go! Okay, welcome ulit sa ating klase. Sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin ang Article 1779. Dito sa article na to, dinidiscuss ang tungkol pa rin sa universal partnership of all present property, pero after formation. Sino nga bang may-ari ng isang property kapag binili ito ng partner after formation ng universal partnership of all present property? Si partner ba or si partnership? Paano naman kung na-acquire niya ito through inheritance, legacy, or donation? Sinong may-ari ng property? Si partner or si partnership? Sino nga ba? Marami ka na? Sige, start tayo. Let's go! Ayan, sige, basahin muna natin. Article 1779. In a universal partnership of all present property, the property which belonged to each of the partners at the time of the constitution of the partnership becomes the common property of the partners, as well as all the profits which they may acquire therewith. A stipulation for the common enjoyment of any other profits may also be made, but the property which the parties may acquire subsequently by inheritance, legacy, or donation cannot be included in such stipulation, except the fruits thereof. So, continuation ito ng 1778 which talks about a kind of universal partnership which is of all present property. So, continuation ito ng 1778 which is about universal partnership of all present property. Yan. So, sabi nga natin, ang universal partnership of all present property, lahat ng properties ng isang partner at the constitution of the partnership will now become common property. So, ibig sabihin, deemed contributed ang mga properties which actually belongs to them at the time of the constitution ng partnership. Yun yung 1778. Karagdagan dito, pag may stipulation pa ang mga partners na kung meron silang i-acquire na property after the formation ay mapupunta sa partnership, then si partnership ang may-ari nun. Okay? So again dito sa 1778 sinasabing deemed contributed. Deemed contributed all present properties belonging to the partners at the time or at the constitution of the partnership. Nung ginagawa pa lang nila yung kanilang partnership contract, na pagkasunduan nila na universal partnership of all present property, lahat ng pagmamay-ari or ari-arian ng bawat tao or partners na gustong magsama sa isang partnership ay mapupunta sa partnership. Iko-contribute yun, deemed contributed. Okay? Karagdagan sa 1778 yung 1779. Ito naman after formation. So after formation of universal partnership of all, yan, paikling ko na lang, present property. Okay? Ano naman ang mangyayari kapag after formation? If no, so dalawang senaryo na. If no stipulation, okay, yung properties acquired after, property itself, okay, hindi yon mapupunta sa partnership kasi walang stipulation. Okay? What will happen to what happens to properties acquired by the partners? Properties acquired by partners using own money or using own fund. Yan. Ano mangyayari sa mga properties na na-acquire ng partners gamit ang sarili nilang pera? Again, kung walang stipulation, ownership ay nakay partner. Ownership, partner. So yan ay personal property. Okay? Therefore, personal property yan. Hindi yan property ng partnership. Pero kung may stipulation na after formation, pag bumili sila ng property, kahit gamit pa yan ng sariling pera nila, partnership ang may-ari niyan, edi partnership ang may-ari. So, if with stipulation, okay, ownership ay kay partnership. Yan, kasi napagkasunduan na lang, eh. Okay? Except, so dito yung sinasabing exception, kapag yung acquisition or yung property was acquired subsequently by inheritance, legacy, or donation. Ito yon. Sabi nga dito, but the property which the parties may acquire subsequently cannot be included in such stipulation. So subsequently, through inheritance, legacy, or donation. So pag si partner nakatanggap ng property dahil pinamana sa kanya or kaya naman dinonate sa kanya, hindi naman sa partnership binigay kundi sa mismong partner, yun ay pagmamay-ari ng partner. So therefore, ownership is partner. Paano pag may stipulation pa rin? Void yun. Kung may stipulation na yung mga properties acquired through inheritance, legacy, or donation ay merong stipulation, void yung stipulation na yun. Hindi yun iko-consider kahit na meron silang kasunduan. Okay? So yun. Bakit nga ba? Ano ba ang reason kung bakit ang future properties such as inheritance, legacy, or donation are not included? Kasi as a rule, contracts regarding successional rights cannot be made. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng kontrata na ang subject mo ay successional rights. Okay? So, ano yung rationale nito or reason? Reason, number one, contracts regarding successional rights cannot be made. Regarding successional rights cannot be made. Yan. Hindi pwedeng maging subject ng contract ang mga successional rights. Okay? Tapos, sabi nga daw, nakalagay sa partnership natin na dapat ang i-contribute ay determinate, known, at saka certain. Kung hindi pa naman certain na sa'yo mapupunta ang isang property, hindi pwedeng maging object of the contract yan. Okay? So, kaya naman, ang mga future inheritance, even though it is stipulated na mapupunta sa partnership, ay hindi yun i-consider. So, void yun. So, should be contributed things must be determinate, known, and certain. Kaya naman ang mga inheritance, donation, legacy, hindi siya pwedeng maging part ng partnership kasi hindi known at that time nung constitution. Okay? Tapos ang isa pang reason, actually itong universal partnership of all present property, para siyang donation, eh. Para siyang donation, dino-donate mo lahat ng property mo. So, kung wala ka pa namang property na yon, okay, hindi mo pwedeng i-donate ang something na hindi sa'yo or hindi pa sa'yo. So, that's under the new civil code. Okay, Article 751. So, itong 751 natin ng new civil code. Okay, how can you contribute something that is not yours yet and it's not certain na sa'yo talaga mapupunta? Or meron talagang magiging gano'ng property ka. Kasi donation, hindi mo alam kung sino magdo-donate sa'yo or kailan ido-donate sa'yo. Therefore, hindi siya puwedeng maging object of the contract, in this case, contributions, dahil nga hindi pa naman certain, hindi pa known, or hindi pa determinate. Kaya even though there's stipulation, agreeing or stating na inheritance, donations, properties will be part of the partnership property, void yun. Okay? So, ang may-ari nun ay si partner. Okay? So, I hope malinaw tayo dun sa part na yan. Pero, kung may stipulation na yung fruits ay kasama dun, yung fruits mapupunta sa partnership. Kaya halimbawa, um, may nag-donate sa isang partner, tapos ginamit yung dinonate na yun, let's say sasakyan, pinang-ano, pinang-arkila, tapos may kinita yung arkila, mapupunta yung income or profit sa partnership kung may stipulation. Okay? So exception dito sa exception natin, exception to the exception, yung fruits, if stipulated. Okay? If stipulated. Ang may-ari niyan ay partnership. Kung nakasulat, halimbawa, nagkasundo yung dalawang partner na yung mga kikitain nila sa mga inheritance or donated properties ay mapupunta sa partnership, therefore valid yun. Partnership ang may-ari nun. Pero yung mismong object, hindi mapupunta sa partnership, kay partner yun. Kung hindi naman niya ginagamit na pang-income generating, di wala. Gagamitin lang siya ng partner for personal use. Di partner yung may-ari nung object. Pero kung may fruits na, tas may kasunduan, partnership ang may-ari nun. Okay? Ayan. So, halimbawa, gamitin natin example yung 7078 natin. Let's say dito na lang tayo. Okay? Let's say si A and B, yan, nagkasundong magtayo ng universal partnership of all present property. Si A, meron siyang truck, meron siyang building, tapos may pa siyang properties, kagaya ng computer. Okay? Tapos si B, meron siyang farm, meron siyang sasakyan din or car, tapos meron siyang building. Yan. Ito yung mga pagmamay-ari nila at the time na gusto nila mag-contribute or mag-partnership. Therefore, ang may-ari niyan, pag nag-partnership sila, ay partnership. Let's say nagkaroon sila ng during the first year of operation, kumita yung business, di partnership ang may-ari nun. Tapos si A, nagkaroon siya ng inheritance ng commercial building. Let's say may building na naman siyang minana. Okay? Tapos itong si B, bumili ng another farm. Okay? Bumili ulit ng another farm. Yung building, inheritance, hindi yan mapupunta talaga sa partnership. Never mapupunta yan. Yung farm na binili ni B, pwedeng mapunta yan sa partnership kung may kasunduan. Kung walang kasunduan, okay, edi kay B yan. Okay? Yung mga fruits, yung kikitain ng mga properties na yan, mapa inheritance or mapa personal, okay, mapupunta lang sa partnership kung again merong stipulation. Kung wala, edi sa partner mapupunta yan. Kasi ang general rule lang naman natin, basta naka-stipulate kay partnership, liban na lang kung inheritance. Kung hindi, edi sa partner yan. Okay? So, dito nagtatapos yung Article 1779. Tungkol ito sa mga stipulations after formation ng ating universal partnership of present property. Generally, 1778 sinasabi, pag nagkaroon sila ng universal partnership of present property, lahat ng present property belonging to the partners at the time na gusto nila magtayo ng partnership, mapupunta yun sa partnership. Deemed contributed yun. Ano mangyayari ngayon pagkatapos nun? Yan. Ito yung sinasagot ng 1779. Kung may kasunduan na yung mga susunod na bibili ng partners ay mapupunta sa partnership, then sa partnership. Maliban na lang kung binana or donated. Tapos kung walang stipulation, edi hindi yun sa partnership. Okay? So, yun. I hope meron akong nadagdag sa inyong bagong learning na magagamit din sa inyong mga klase. Kung medyo nalito ka or nabilisan ka, ulitin mo yung lecture natin, I'm sure makukuha mo rin yan. And like yung sinasabi sa inyo, mag-aaral kayo mabuti, mag-ingat palagi, and laging tatandaan, ibang klase ka. Bye-bye!